Welcome back. It's another Diecast Museum update. I've been very busy in the basement, the Hot Wheels room, and the rest of the Diecast Museum installing baseboard. That's all finished now, and I've done a ton of organizing, so you got to come down and check it out. Let's go for a little tour, another little tour of the Diecast Museum. Follow me. We will start with the Hot Wheels room after descending the stairs into the Diecast Museum. I'm going to pan right instead of left into the open room to show you the newly set up track sets and other cool things from the 1980s and 90s. Actually, there's a few in there from the 70s and 60s. Atop these 150-year-old bookcases from my great-grandmother. Lots of interesting things in there as well, but not diecast related for the most part. So we'll just take a quick look at all of the track sets I've collected over the years that are vintage anyways. I have many more that are from the 90s and 2000s that aren't pictured here. And the overflow storage area got a bit of a cleanup as well. Not much to report here, still a mess, but not nearly as bad. I do have a lot of cars that need to be reviewed that were formerly in the Hot Wheels room on the floor. But that's all been cleared out to make room for the new snazzy baseboard trim that I installed. Finally got that finished after 3 days of chop sawing and nailing those in place. So the museum is looking pretty clean right now, for me anyways. The Hot Wheels Museum diecast room has never seemed so empty, actually, in years for me. To see nothing underneath the cases, no hordes of cars, is pretty cool. However, coming around the corner, I did have to move my premium car collection that was under the diorama so that I could get the baseboard installed under there as well. Even though I'll probably never see it in the time that I live here, at least that's done for future. But look at all these boxes, just filled with premium car culture. Cars, everything from pop culture, Fast and Furious. Oh, so much stuff. Anyways, we won't get into that. But I've got newer things to show as well. My Team Transport collection continues to grow in duplicate. So those will all be openers at some point. And then over here on the back wall, the vintage collection, I've moved all of the old hoard bins over here. I call them the hoard bins because they're full of all the chipped, broken duplicates. Pretty smashed up cars, but I just love them. Still collecting more every time I find them. And atop that, we've got the vintage Matchbox cars, year in review set up. 1979 through 80, 78, 77, 76, and 75. So several videos there. Each one is its own video. So we'll move on out into the rest of the museum to see what's new in there, because there's a lot of change compared to the way it was before. Now exiting the Hot Wheels room, let's go into the rest of the Diecast Museum and just see how open and empty it is with baseboard trim installed all the way around the bottom of the walls. And the tables are covered, yes, but it's quite cleared out in here, at least by my standards. A lot of change for me, a lot of organizing, which has been a lot of fun to kind of go through everything I've got. And the tables are covered in my premium car collections from Hot Wheels. Some Matchbox, some Auto World, M2, Johnny Lightning. I don't think there's any Greenlight out today, actually, strangely. But lots of things I want to open up. I'm going to turn these into segments, video segments, not reviews necessarily. I was hoping to get the 49 Plano cases installed on the wall, but I have not had time to do that yet, as I just finished vacuuming and cleaning up the mess down here after all of the construction and installation. However, as you can see, I've already got screws on the wall, so it should be pretty easy to get those cases on. There is quite a bit of a sort that needs to be done first, as I'm going to transfer Hot Wheels that I have below the table here. Countless cases, well, about 50 of them, filled with 1990s Hot Wheels, into cases that I have with lids. I'll show you in a minute. And then these lidless cases will be mounted on the wall, so I don't actually have to remove any more lids, which is always good because that takes time. One of the biggest changes to my Diecast Museum was the reorganization of this overflow storage room. It's actually like a spare bedroom, I guess, by normal people's standards in a basement. But this has been made to work now with a large shelving system. I put my other premium Hot Wheels in cases, all sorted for future videos. I've also got my Hero Quest game collection in there, some large scale cars I want to review with you guys as well. Oh, don't share my secret. And there is my Plano case overflow for the display museum, as well as a bunch of Sterilite drawers. My stock in Sterilite and Plano. It goes back about 8 feet, I think, in there. It's filled with plastic. So I've got plenty of cars to put on the wall. There's the Matchbox collection as well. Lots of Matchbox for future years into the 90s, 2000s, and so on. And then there's even more over on this shelving system, along with some Greenlight in the drawers, a few board games, a few Lego boxes, and out into the museum we go from there. So that's going to be my video for this week. I've just been so busy with many projects, including this basement transformation, that I don't really have time to do an unboxing. I can tell you, I received a mystery random act of kindness box from Steven down in Australia. Apparently it's the last one he's going to send me. It's a heavy box, so we're going to open that one up probably next Saturday morning. Maybe sooner if I find some time. And then in between or after all that, we're going to get through a lot of these awesome cars out on the table, as well as so much other stuff. Probably another update once all those Plano cases are installed on the wall. That's going to make things look quite a bit more finished down here, in my opinion. All right, I hope you guys have been finding lots of cars. Happy hunting. We'll see you in the next video.